Imagine a profession where you can combine science with law, where the evidence left behind at a crime scene can help uncover what happened and support the pursuit of justice. Forensic science combines biology, chemistry, and criminal investigation to analyze evidence, reconstruct events, and help solve complex cases.
Forensics is about pursuing truth through evidence. So this has profound implications for society. We can hold people responsible for the crimes that they commit, and equally importantly, we can exonerate those who are wrongfully accused.
A misconception from my family was my entire career just is like dissecting people and I don't do anything else. They're always like, when am I gonna get my dissection and find out like what's going on with like my liver? And that's definitely kind of not the only thing we do. That is a career option, but
what does studying forensic science actually look like? Let's hear from students and university faculty about the classes, experiences, and opportunities that are helping students prepare for the future.
I chose to study forensic science because it's a really cool combination of law and actual chemistry and science. And forensic science mixes that lecture component that is very concept heavy with a lot of lab work.
For many years, I created and taught this first class that the forensic science majors take. You're gonna find the piece of science that you love, and we're gonna teach you how to apply it to the legal system. In that first class that the majors are required to take, they are exposed to subfields one at a time, and they do a lab in bio, they do a lab in chemistry, they do a lab in crime scene investigation.
One of the things that we did in our lab was look at the different stages of like fly growth to kind of determine when a body kind of like started decomposing. We kind of got like a jar of different flies that were collected off of like a human person that had like died. And we had to use those flies as an estimate of how long ago that person had died. Me and my other lab mates, we ended up finding out that it was like 17 days out. I really loved it. I know it's a weird concept, but I really loved it.
In our human osteology lab, we spend a lot of time thinking about the way that people move through space and the way that physics play upon fractures in the bones. They learn to differentiate blunt force trauma from sharp force trauma from gunshot wounds. And yes, we all know that they were shot, but what direction was the bullet traveling when they were shot? When the blunt force trauma examples come out, I ask them, you need to tell me which hit came first, second, third. How do you know that? These are knowable things.
Your first year kind of looks like taking like your general bio class, general chemistry classes, taking like an introduction to criminal justice class so that you're familiar with the legal system. It's understanding the basics and principles of why we do what we do. There are a lot of assignments that come at you. There's a lot of concepts that you have to wrap your head around. The love I personally have for forensic science has allowed me to make it more manageable.
When you study forensic science, you'll specialize in an area that matches your interest. If you like biology, wildlife forensics, with its focus in investigating crimes involving animals, like the poaching of endangered species, might appeal to you. If psychology is more your thing, then you can study forensic psychology and explore how human behavior intersects with the legal system through psychological assessments and courtroom testimonies. Or maybe you're fascinated by human anatomy and archaeology. In forensic anthropology, you'll use those skills to help identify human remains and support criminal investigations. There's even digital forensics, an area of forensics that uses data extracted from cell phones, computers, and cars to investigate crimes. Digital forensics is a growing field, and at Arizona State University, it's offered as its own bachelor's program. No matter the path of forensic science you choose, you'll learn forensic techniques as varied as crime scene collection, evidence analysis, and courtroom testimony. One of the most common forensic science career paths is to become a forensic scientist, where you'll work in crime labs or law enforcement agencies, analyzing evidence to help uncover what happened during an investigation. But a degree in forensic science sharpens many transferable skills that you can take elsewhere.
Certainly some of our grads go on to work in labs, and that's what they want to do, and if that's what they want to do, great. But others decide, hey, I'd rather be out in the field doing law enforcement work. So we do have some people who go to work in the law enforcement realm. We have others who go into intelligence analysis, working for governmental agencies. I mean, especially if you understand data analyses to make predictions, this has national security implications. So we've got some people who are thinking about that in the homeland security realm.
Arizona State University's forensic science program is offered at the West Valley campus. And because all the forensic science students are on the same campus, it makes it easier to find a community of like-minded people.
It definitely gives you like that very like homey, comfortable like campus vibes while giving you access to all of ASU's resources.
The campus itself is beautiful. The trees, I don't think you can feel much of the heat. When you're here, the trees just cover it all and it's so fresh.
You have to learn how to use laboratory equipment, and we have in our labs all of the state-of-the-art equipment.
This is the most important machine that we have in our laboratory. This is a genetic analyzer, and this type of machine reads DNA for the different experiments you're doing. So DNA gets loaded into plates. It's read by an electric charge that's put through the sample that's able to take, the biological data hidden in the system and actually put it in a computational form we can analyze.
At ASU, internship opportunities with crime labs and local law enforcement agencies let you apply what you've learned in the classroom while building experience that can help launch your career.
A lot of my friends and classmates in the forensic science program have done internships. They have done them with like Glendale Police Department, seeing like what their casework looks like, doing fingerprint analysis, and sometimes even going out to the scene and just kind of seeing from a distance what that kind of looks like.
We are the only school of interdisciplinary forensics in the United States. In our school, which we affectionately abbreviate SIF, we are the only place that brings natural scientists, social scientists, and computer scientists all together to address the questions of who done it, if we're talking about crimes, even in the civil justice area, what's the best way that a case should come out or a judge should make a decision.
We want you to be employable on the other side, and what's employable on the other side is somebody who's really mastered their science piece of it and that application to the law, not just a general degree program.